Do you know what type of game modes are played on Team Fortress 2? Well, I'll tell you, it's definitely not Payload Race or Arena Mode. We're talking about Payload Race today. There's another video for Arena Mode if you want to see that. Payload Race as a game mode sucks. It's got a whopping 4 maps, and 3 of them nobody plays anymore. Let's talk about how it fell into obscurity. But first, please subscribe so I can get these videos out faster because funny number go up. And next game mode video will be probably past time, so hit that notification bell to be notified whenever I post it. You won't get many notifications from me, so it won't be annoying. Please do it. Payload Race got its start as a new game mode when it shipped in 2009 with the Sniper vs. Spy update. The game mode started out with a singular map called Pipeline. Pipeline was a 3-stage payload map consisting of the docking bays, the terminal, and the heart of the factory. In all accounts, this game mode should have been one of the most popular game modes, with a ton of unique combat scenarios as you had 2 teams trying to push their own objective, necessitating the other team to divert their forces to the other team's objective to stop their advance. It sounds complicated, but it's super fun. Unfortunately, this map had a ton of problems, much like most of the Payload Race maps, which I'll cover right now. Payload Race had a ton of problems, a metric crap ton. The first of many was its over-reliance on choke points, which are essentially claustrophobic areas that provided little to no other alternate routes around it, leading to stalemates that ate up round times. And of course, we have everyone's favorite no round timer, which meant that the game could go on until the end of time. Another problem was huge sniper sightlines. Just take a look at the last stage of Pipeline. No cover and a bunch of wide open space with a bunch of places for cheeky headshots. Well, it's a sniper's wet dream. No wonder he sent us a postcard about it. Also, this was a controversial subject, but Pipeline was rarely played for the objective because, well, nobody forced them to. There's a problem that TF2 suffered from: deathmatches. TF2 launched without a team deathmatch mode, so game modes like Capture the Flag and Payload Race became prime candidates because it was the closest thing deathmatch enthusiasts could play. You gravitated to one map over the rest though: Hightower. Now believe me when I say this, but I do not have a very high opinion of Hightower. It's actually pretty low. But nevertheless, I'm going to keep this overview completely unbiased. Hightower was added in the Engineer update in 2010, and compared to the other maps added, it was, well, underwhelming. Its small boxy footprint left a lot of things to be desired from players, except for 2 things. It's a Payload Race map, and it has a high skybox. With the Payload Race's lack of a round timer, an open nature with a high skybox, and a massive cliff, the map was a hit with the deathmatch community. If you searched a Payload Race into the community maps browser, you will only find one map: Hightower. This wasn't a problem in the beginning when quick play still existed, because the most you could do was select a game mode, and it would assign a number of people to a server with a random map from that game mode, which meant if you wanted to play Hightower, you either went to a community server that ran it 24/7, or you hit quick play if you didn't want to have ads or any other server nonsense. The third map added was Nightfall. It was the result of a map contest hosted by TF2maps.net, and was first place. In the February 24th, 2011 patch, it got added by Valve into the map rotation. The design of Nightfall was a response to the faults of Pipeline's problems, which caused an initial decline in the mode's popularity. The map was designed to be more open, with multiple routes to get around choke points, and overall the map was just more open in general, with each of these 3 stages being relatively freeing while trying to push the payload. The map developer also added a mechanic that when the round timer ran out, the cart would slowly push forward to avoid a stalemate and or a deathmatch game mode. This was the second most popular map for the longest time following Hightower until... yeah, you know this was coming. When Meet Your Match came along, the ability to select which map you wanted to play killed some maps that already had a non-existent or smaller fanbase. Payload Race was an unfortunate victim of this. Hightower was, well, the most popular map, and became the only map played since the cult following the map had kept the map alive in pubs and community servers. With nobody wanting to play Pipeline or Nightfall, the game mode as a whole fell silent until Jungle Inferno, when Banana Bay was introduced as part of the update. During the first 2 years of Banana Bay, it would see a significant decrease in popularity as people gravitated back towards Hightower. It It's a shame because the map style and layout was an interesting experience to play on. If you boot up Banana Bay nowadays, you'll still probably find a full game after a couple minutes, but most people will still switch the map back to Hightower once the round's over. It really sucks because Payload Race maps were probably the pinnacle of TF2's art style put on display for maps, with different immersive themes overlaid onto the maps. Remember when Pipeline was originally desert themed? Yeah, if they had released it like that, nobody would have played it. It's truly a shame that a game mode with this much potential was forgotten over a few short years. Hey everybody, thank you for watching. Videos have been spotty as I've been trying to divide my time between a special project coming hopefully by the end of the summer and this channel. It would really help me out if you could subscribe and like the video, and I'll see you in the next one, alright? Bye.